have a climate of not wanting to pay tax. I mean, we have a climate, it's a very anti-tax climate here. And all they want to hear is from their constituents that we believe that the school district needs this, and we understand that it's going to cost.
There's been a good deal of work behind the scenes. Our superintendent has met with every one of our legislators twice now, and he's had 2 meetings with the governor, letting them know exactly what this situation is. And Bryn referred to this early on in her comments. In 2005, when we saw this coming, and we asked Senator Raggio, would you gather everybody from Washoe County together so we can talk about the issue? I mean, they were polite, they listened, but in essence, here's what they said. We've all taken the no tax pledge. You are not going to get any relief from the 05 legislature. What they told us to do is what we're doing now. Go out, marshal your forces, get your parents and the rest of the supporters behind you. When you come back in 2007, you better come with the community at your side.
So basically a grassroots campaign.
They need, I mean, the impolite way to say this is they need sufficient political cover to be able to say, I don't really want to do this, but my constituents want it to happen, so that's the position.
One of the legislators, and I'll not say which one, but suggested that we get a busload of parents, you know, and I'm all for that. I hope you are too, Steve. I'm all for that, and because I think we need to say, here are all these people who believe in this, and they like to see the people that voted for them. That's what they want to see that. Yeah.
My math isn't too good, but I thought it was 500 million, but you're saying it's 700 million is your shortfall?
No, 5. Yeah. The bar shows 6. It's see. This is
okay, that's
fine. The first time too, but follow the 6 around and that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So then the follow-up to that is, even if you get everything you're asking for, you're still going to be short.
About 280 million.
By about 100. Yeah.
So
this is just the beginning of the conversation. You know, we have.
So in essence, even if there was all the taxes you'd be talking about now, you'd still be asking for more taxes 2 years from now. You'd have to.
Yeah.
This is, if we got all 4 of those sources, I mean, Brent showed you what that totaled up, and I'm glad you did that math here, because I hadn't done that.
I have to do that.
We are still going to be short. So this is not the silver bullet. This is not going to solve the problem. And it'll probably take another 2 or maybe 3 legislative sessions to try to get this all sorted out and to get some sort of a system that provides the same degree of equity in school construction funding as we've got on the operating side.
So has anyone looked at that 500 million and decided what dollar for dollar we're going to have to adjust with that reality that you're not going to have the money?
I didn't understand the question.
Well, even if you get every tax you're talking about, you're still going to be short. So someone has to do an analysis on the 500 million you're saying you're short, dollar for dollar, and figure out what to prioritize because you're going to be short.
Exactly.
So is there a list of what all those dollars are going for?
I don't know. Maybe it's my glass half full nature, but there is. But I don't think those 4 things I showed you, those aren't it. That's not it. We're working with a lot of different people to try to come up with some different ideas because.
But the only thing we're talking about this session are those 4, right? Or no?
Well, in fact, the only proposal that's really on the table, the only horse we have to ride right now
is
the BDR, the bill draft request that Senator Raggio has done for the real estate transfer tax. If someone else were to offer some other legislation,
and is anybody out there doing that besides yourself?
No.
Already in the legislature.
So you're actually going to be more short than the 300 million we're already talking about at the end of this session anyway.
Easily could be.
Because there's only one bill draft request for only one of those tax.
We're talking about 2012. It's not, it's not $500 million for this year. It's $500 million over the course of the next 5 years. So there are 3 legislative sessions: 07, 09, 011. If we start with 111 million, then you got it whittled down to 390. So then you know what I mean? You keep going for something. And this, like I said, this is the beginning of the conversation.
is revitalization, and that's addressing the issue of equity between older schools and newer schools, trying to level that playing field. It's exactly what you were talking about. So the tough decision that our trustees are going to have to make, if we've only got X and we need 25 times X, then where are the priorities going to shake out in this? Are we going to continue to address and just build new schools to deal with growth and continue to ignore older schools? Or do we stop building new schools, let the chips fall where they may, and put the available dollars that we have to addressing schools we already have? That's the dilemma.